Good vibes, my bad. Goddess Tarot. So today we're gonna do like an astrology reading. So pretty much the cards that's on the table is the placements of everything right now. Couple of planets are in retrograde, so I have that reverse, right? Like Pluto, Neptune, and Saturn. Um, and yeah, so I'm gonna cleanse the energy before we get started, and then I'm gonna explain why I go. Okay, so you got headphones in, turn them down. Okay, so as everybody know right now, it's Cancer season, and Cancer is ruled by the Chariot. So Cancer is all about like feelings, emotions, feeling safe. You know, they're very nurturing, um, empathic, and stuff like that. Also, people say sensitive, but to each his own. But on here it says your feelings, attitude from the past about, and use your intuition, right? And so your intuition is a feeling, right? So you have to be in touch with your feelings in order to be in touch with your intuition. You know, that gut feeling, that kind of stuff. That woman's intuition is all a feeling kind of thing. And if you're not in touch with your feelings, or like going with the things that's going on around you, you won't really be aware of your intuitive messages that's being sent to you, so you can be able to move on and move forward. Because the Chariot is all about um, balance, perseverance, determination, and well, seven is all about like challenges and stuff like that. It's like you overcoming those challenges and able to move forward. And if you're not balanced, you won't be able to move forward, because only a balanced emperor or empress can drive the chariot. And then the sun is in Cancer. This is why it's Cancer season. And the sun is all about Cancer. Demonstrations and realizing and acting like a leader. Hold on. Okay. And Mercury is also in Cancer. And Mercury is the planet of like communications, but also technology and stuff like that. Like your day to day, because you talk to people on a day to day basis. And well, here we have communicate, analyze, and let your mind tell you how to. But like I said before, if you're not, your mind, your third eye, your intuition is purple, and it's your pineal gland, and that's in your head. So it's like you have to like really be in touch with your feelings to actually like listen and be able to decipher what's you and what's not you. So that's what's like, let your mind tell you how to do it. But if you're not in touch with your intuition, it can't tell you how to do it. So you can be a leader in your own life and realize that you can take control of your own life, and you can be happy and feel safe with yourself. And that's how you can then protect other people. But you first have to be able to protect yourself. And if you can protect yourself, how can you protect somebody else? And then Mercury in Cancer in the tarot deck is represented by the Three of Cups, right? And in the Tree of Life, the Three of Cups is equals up or a part of the Empress specter, right? With the threes. So with that being said, with all this coming out, you're now probably like right now in this state wanting to be around people where you can like get on the same wavelength. Like you can communicate with them, y'all speak and stuff like that. You get them, they get you. There's no arguing, no bickering, no back and forth and stuff like that. Um, or they're trying to control you or tell you what to do and how to be and stuff like that. Okay, because now I looked at the analyze. So it's like, if you were in a bad situation and you're now healing that and you're coming out of it, right? You realize you about to start to realize those people that keep trying to put you back in said situation in the past, right? It says pay attention from, well, attention attitude from the past. It was like these people might try to put you back there, bring you back to that place where you're not there anymore. That's why it's trying to say like act like a leader, which is you being in control of your own life, and your intuition will tell you how to do that if you allow it to do that. So you can, because the Empress is more than like, she's all four queens, right? But she has to learn how to be all those queens and stuff like that. So she had to be that leader and stuff like that, even though she is a leader. It isn't like she just pushed down and she know how to lead the country. Like, no, she had to, learn and stuff like that. Then on the other side we have Leo, and Venus and Mars is in Leo. And okay, so Leo is all about, is a fire sign. It's all about being very passionate, outgoing, extroverted, and stuff like that. A partier kind of thing, but also very charismatic. It's you. It They normally like grab your attention and stuff like that. And we also have leadership, right? But here we have leadership, the creation of, and do what you want, and that's what I just said over here with the being a leader. And the sun pretty much rules Leo, right? But also what I found like funny-ish is the planets that are normally like right near to, like next to each other, are actually in the same sign. So it's not like a strain or anything like that. It's just flowing easily. And yeah, so it's just like, if it's meant for you, it will be for you. But that being said, like, if it's meant for you, it will be for you. If it's not meant for you, it's just easy to let it go and just forget about it, kind of thing. But Venus is a planet of love and charm and bounty and stuff like that. Um, so we have cherish and joy, charms, art, and beauty are the way to. And then you gotta also remember that art and beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Like, it's different for everybody. What I might find beautiful, you might not find beautiful. What I see as art, you might see as trash. And it's just like, it's whatever. Songs, like even music and stuff like that, that's a form of art. Music that I like, you might not like. Like, you might be into country, and it's just like, alright, that's cool, but I'm not really into country that much. Like, it's not. The only person I is Jolene, okay? Exactly. Like, it's just Jolene. No, it's another one where she slashed his car with all four tires. See that one too, right? It's always angry songs that I know from country. So it's just like, I can't really help you in no other situation. Um, that's on fire. Next time he thinks before he cheats. Yeah, that song too. I mean, that's the same song with she slashed his tires, but either way. And then we have Mars with Energize. And Mars is also like the planet. It's passion, fire. It's a fire planet and it's a fire sign, so it's very comfortable. And Leo, it's getting the fire that it needs and stuff like that. And but it's with the Venus being there, it also grounds everything or stabilize it as much as it could. Um, so that's why I was like, it's. But I find beautiful, you might not find beautiful, and that's okay, because it's the painter or whoever created it understands what I'm coming from, a kind of thing. Like it's not just like, oh, I'm by myself, nobody understands me. Like, no, this the writer wrote it because he understood the situation. So it's like you got to see it that way, kind of thing. Like, always find the silver lining, right? To be comfortable and find your own comfort. And it says force yourself too. But then in the tarot cards, Mars in Leo is represented by the Seven of Wands, and the Seven of Wands is all about having a high ground, but also be like being defensive or defending yourself. Um, to each his own. You find where you are. I can't say to you being defensive because I don't know you. Okay. I can tell if your energy is defensive, but you might feel like you're not being defensive, so I don't know. And seeing that it's a seven does chide, says the Chariot, and that's over here is you learning to realize, like, you also is like fighting. You can't fight all the time. Okay, that take a toll on your body. It's very tiring. Okay, that's a lot of energy with the fire. It's a lot of energy to fight and always argue and defend yourself and be on guard and stuff like that. It's a lot of energy, and that's also a lot of stress on your body. So just like realize the beauty and the charm of just relaxing and being at ease, and you don't have to argue with nobody. You don't have to go back and forth with nobody. You don't have to explain yourself to nobody that you don't have to explain yourself to. Like I said, they're trying to bring you back to a place where you're not, and you already healed and overcame that, but it's like they don't know how you healed. So like they want to know how, or they want to see how you did it. They want to be there for like a close-up view, and it's just like, when you could have been there to actually help me heal from it, you didn't want to. So don't try to come back and put me back there for me to heal from it again, because I already healed from it. Like, you can't. It's like, but I'm picturing it's like a broken finger, stuff like that. You had the cast on and everything, and now you're time to get the cast off, and they still like, oh, no, remember the cast, and you're just like, what are you talking about? I don't have the cast on. They're like, well, that doesn't mean that it's fixed, and it's just like, what? Like, why would they take it off if it doesn't mean that it's fixed? Like, that kind of thing, right? And it's because they're just trying to take control and leadership of your life and trying to put you in this moment of fear where you don't feel comfortable with yourself. You don't feel comfortable of like going out of your way and enjoying life and seeing the beauty in everything, right? But still, you gotta still remember, like, the world is also fucked up, okay? But you gotta the world's fucked up, but then there's little moments of time where you just be like, you know what, we might have a chance, like that kind of thing. You have to find those moments for yourself. And as of right now, the moon is in Scorpio, which is a water sign, and the moon affects, water pretty much. So, okay, how do I want to see this? Okay. Okay, let me start with Scorpio. So, Scorpio is a water sign, and they're more, like scorpions can actually like burrow like deep in the sands and stuff like that. They can survive harsh. Well, crabs can do it as well. But whereas crabs can go on land and stuff like that, they more so go into the water, right? And if a fish about to die, that's crab food for it, okay? Like, it's crabs are getting that. But where Scorpios, they can survive in very harsh and desert and dry lands and stuff like that where a crab can't. So they're both deep, but they're deep in their own way, right? Where Cancers might be deep emotionally, Scorpios are also deep. Could, like, from time to time, like, could be like emotionally. But even if the situation is hard and there's not a lot of emotions or any like love or anything like that, and it's just dry and stuff like that, there's no water, stuff that are little to no water, it will still survive and it still thrive, that kind of thing. So, by that point in time, it would just give them a chance to just focus on the details. Okay, the facts. So if you lying, they will find out. Especially if you lying to Cancer, the emotions. Yeah, you just don't do it. Just don't lie to a water sign. Period. Or just don't lie. That could be another thing. Why are we lying? Why are we lying? Just tell the truth. You did what you did. If you're not gonna do it again, then it's just like, all right, just like a minute, say that, like, I'm not gonna do it again. But if it's something that you did and you know you're not ashamed of doing it, like, there's certain things I said and I'll be like, yeah, I said that and I'll say it again, like, because it's true. That kind of thing. Um, so there's that. But on here it says the extraordinary. There we go. Extraordinary power of prayer, the highest level and the lowest aspect of, and control the situation. And so, with that analyze, you might need to sit down. You might want to pray about it if you want to. If you don't see it as prayer, you see it as manifestation. You do you, boo. Okay, but what you're analyzing is, how do I say this? Because I don't want to say like you over analyzing anything and then you start panicking and be like, oh, well, this did, like, you're not over analyzing anything. You're just, if you're like listening to your feelings and your emotions and stuff like that, yeah, ego might try to say like, oh, you're just over analyzing, you're overreacting, but your intuition would literally be like, no, this is literally what's happening, right? And then because it's giving you the highest aspect and the lowest aspect, what, like, the surface level and what's not being seen. Like I said, like, both water signs is pretty much deep, but they're deep in their own way, right? So if the sun decides to dry up certain, like, a place and stuff like that, all of them, like, when there's no more emotions, you're just stuck with what's in front of you, right? And then you see things in a new perspective and that kind of thing. So it helps you gain control over the situation because you're not allowing your feelings to get in your way. Not saying that your feelings isn't valid. It is valid. It will help you in identifying the situation, right? Let's say you're around somebody and let's say like by yourself, right? You're fine and you're cool and whatever like that. You're chilling, you're relaxing. And like, your family comes over and now you're all anxious and on guard and thinking something the worst gonna happen. Why is that? You might want to spend time like one-on-one with certain people, or if you want to do it in a group and you just like, all right, there's these group of people that I'm just like, I'm not really sure. You want to limit your time from, like, you do that, but you have to figure out how to do it your own way. Like, there's no one way to analyze something. There's no one way to there's an effective way to research, okay? But there's no one way of analyzing something. And what makes you comfortable might not make everybody else comfortable, but you have to do what's best for you. And then the moon says defense, accept, and let your feelings tell you how. So it said let your mind tell you how, let your feelings tell you how. And like I said, your third eye is in your mind. So yeah. Yeah, that's why it's important to have control over your thoughts and your feelings and don't let somebody else dictate them or tell you how to feel, what you should feel, or drain or pull on your emotions. Like, if they're mad, they want you to be mad too, and it's just like, for what? What? Like, that kind of. You can't do that to me because I'll look so confused. Like, why would I be mad? Like, nothing happened to me. Like, I'm okay. I'm fine. And that gonna piss you off even more. But I'm just uh, like, why would I be mad? Like, I'm okay. Like, I'm not you. Like, they didn't do that to me. They did it to you. Like, that kind of thing. And be like, oh, cause I'm your friend. Like, all right, that's fine, that's cool. But they still didn't do it to me. Why am I be mad for somebody that didn't do nothing to me? It didn't affect me in no way, shape, or form. That kind of thing. But some people might want you to fight their battles. You have to realize that. Or they want you to be beneath them and, tied to them and codependent. Well, codependent feel like you need them, and if they're not happy, your life has no value, but that's not the case. This person does not dictate or determine your value. You have to accept that. And if you don't know what makes you comfortable or what you like or what you enjoy, spend some time and figure it out. Find it out. And then we have in Taurus. I did this wrong. Well, technically I did it in the, either way. So with Taurus, we have your beliefs and the cost of the value. Use the most direct way. So, like I said, with this, only facts and stuff like that, you have to defend yourself. See, tying back to the Seven of Wands. You have to accept that not everybody wants you to grow. Not everybody's happy for your success. Not everybody's happy for your progress, right? And you have to, if it's for you, it's for you. If they want to see you happy and they want to see you grow, they will root and cheer you on. They don't care. Like, y'all having one little disagreement doesn't stop anything, kind of thing, right? They still want to see you happy. They still want to see you grow. And, when y'all still, talk about it, y'all understand where each other is coming from. You're with that communicate, right? But you accept, like, their view is their view and your view is your view. You might understand where they're coming from, but that's not how you see the world, or that's not your way of thinking with that, your beliefs and stuff like that. You're defending that. And it might, with this cost of, it might cost you some people that you thought was your friends, and they're not actually your friends. And they might be some family members. See, now I said that before. Might be some family members that, just because they're family, that's, they doesn't mean that they actually love you, want to see you grow too. Sometimes your family is competing with you as well. So you just gotta find what works for you, and realize if the cost is worth it. If it's costing you your peace, your sanity, and your happiness, is that worth it? No. So get rid of it. That kind of thing. And it will be easy to get rid of it, because, like I said, all the planets that's normally near each other is actually next to each other. And then we have Jupiter. So Taurus is in Jupiter, and that's all about, like, learning and teaching and being positive about their growth and expansion. So, like I said, some people are not always happy about your growth. Even if you might feel like, oh, they have the opportunity to grow too, so why won't they take it? Because they don't. They cannot lead. You can actually take control and leadership of your own life. They need somebody else to tell them what to do and how to do it. Which is why they want you to be insecure as well. Because misery loves company. They're miserable, you should be miserable too. Even if the opportunity is coming to you, they want the opportunity first, and then be like, I passed it down. I passed it. That's why it's given to you. And it's like, that's not the case. It was never given to them because they don't know what to do with it. They wasn't qualified to have it. If it was given to them, it would not grow. That's what was given to you. But their pride and their ego is way too high for them to think that or understand that. They want you to feel inferior. I got that much too. Then we have Uranus and Uranus. Oh, so I've already explained Jupiter either way. So Uranus is the planet of reform and change and stuff like that. Also, like your day to day and things of that nature. And being innovative and being creative. So your beliefs and your ideas might change and stuff like that. You might be learning new things and trying to teach other people new things. They might be very closed off or shut down and stuck in their ways. And, that just simply means that you have outgrown the situation and the friendship and the connection. This person have nothing, have nothing else to teach you and stuff like that. And you pretty much, even though you have stuff to teach this person, they don't want to learn it. So it's like you have nothing to teach. You have nothing to teach them. So it's like it's best for you just to go in separate ways, rather than waste each other time. And so Uranus, it says, stir up the situation by being open to new ideas about and inventing a way to. And it's like whatever new idea you have, whatever way you're trying to do. Okay. I know I didn't get over here yet. Okay. I had to pull it all together so far. So, your feelings and your beliefs, you're now understanding like your feelings are valuable, your ideas are valuable as well, and they deserve to be heard. And the reason why you might be closed off or shut off or be shy, quote unquote, around certain people, right, and don't communicate is because you don't feel like they will cherish your ideas or what you're bringing to the table, right? And then you have to argue and defend your idea, where you're coming from and stuff like that. And with this high and low aspect, the high is they don't want you to feel like you was right and stuff like that, or feel smart. They probably felt like the low is like they probably felt inadequate standing next to you, and they was jealous of it, and so they try to belittle you and make fun of you and stuff like that. Or and you need to take control of, even if it's like somebody in leadership, is they was abusing their power. So you probably be too burnt out or too tired to do or to think effectively to in order to with this be positive, to literally be happy and enjoy life, to be comfortable, to grow and expand and to create new things and to be innovative and to take control over your life. You be too stressed out and worried over whatever the situation is that you can't move on and move forward. You can't defend yourself. Which is what they wanted. With this power of prayer, they could have been praying now where you're praying for. And I'm going to flip it on the positive side with this be positive. What are you praying for? You're praying for people that you can communicate with very effectively. They listening to you, you listening to them, you learn from them, they learn from you, that kind of thing. Out teaching and learning, right? You feel like your feelings and your thoughts and ideas are very valued. Even if it's a like bad idea, they still listen to it and pretty much tell you why that wouldn't work, or even just try it out and stuff like that with that. Analyze, try it, and see why it didn't work. And even if they did try it, to say like, oh, we tried it before, it didn't work, this was the problem. If you can find a way to solve that problem, then we can give it another test run and stuff like that. Or like I said before, like Yeah, I don't always see eye to eye of things and stuff like that, but that doesn't destroy the friendship. Like, y'all start arguing and y'all talking about each other behind each other's back. That's not happening. It's not stress you out. And then we have in Capricorn, right? And Capricorn is all about like being hardworking and determined, also, but also very resourceful in ways and stuff like that. So we have dedication, dedication to achieve and focus on, and the resulting from the rule imposed by. And then Pluto, Pluto is in retrograde in Capricorn now, and well, before it was Aquarius. Is it going backward? Before it was Aquarius, right? But now it seems like it's in Capricorn. But planet pattern. Pluto is the Pluto is the planet. There we go. Of like obsessions, like the underground things, like secret stuff. Not underground, but like things that you try to hide, you keep hidden from yourself and other people. And I said the planet. It's not really a planet. It's the dwarf planet. Okay, don't come for me. It's a dwarf planet. I know. And if you're trying to be like, it's a planet, if you have to say, if you say it's a planet, we have to claim a whole bunch of other dwarf planets, like 300 of them. Do you want to remember 300 planets? I think not. Okay, so like, let's leave it alone. It's shrinking. It's just not. It's not a planet. Okay, it's not. No other planet shrinks. Okay, it's not a planet. Just let it go. Don't be a Gary. Okay. Not a Gary. Jerry. Don't be him. So with and then Capricorn and the tarot is supposed to be the devil card and stuff like that. So, and the devil card also be obsession, and so it's like your secret, your guilty pleasures and stuff like that. You might become like hyper fixated on it, or dabble in it more. So like, let's say your guilty pleasures is watching dog movies or watching movies that have dogs in it, right? Because you need to cry, you love it, kind of thing. You might do that more and more now, and it's just like you work through whatever you got to work through the best way you got to work through it. I don't know what to tell you. If that helps you get through the day, that helps you get through the day. You feel me? That helps you express your feelings so you can overcome whatever situation you have and to move on and move forward and take control of it. You do that. But remember that, like, don't be obsessed with it. Like that's when it becomes a problem. Like it's just so with Pluto, it says the need for control of the obsession with the problem or the power struggle. Yeah, like don't you control your life. Don't let your life control you. Okay? Don't let your friends and what everybody else tell you what your life's supposed to be and what your life should look like control you and dictate what you're doing and stuff like that. You control your own life. And life is meant to be lived, not out here struggling to survive and stuff like that. And that's pretty much what I gotta say on that end. And then in Pisces, we got a couple of things in Pisces, right? And Pisces is, the two fish, but it's also the sign of charm, romance, but also very dreamy and imaginative. So you also gotta it's like a yin and yang kind of thing, but you never know when it's actual real love and just fantasy, illusion, charm, right? Like, some people, right, where you're just trying to be friendly, right, and they mistake it as flirtation. That kind of Pisces, that kind of thing. You could just be friendly, okay? And, they are imagining it, like they're taking it as you're flirting with them. Whereas when you actually were flirting with somebody, they will know, kind of thing. So, yeah. So we have the spiritual, uh, the spirituality to ultimately experience trusting your psychic knowledge of and resulting from the indecision of or about. So whatever you, like I said, you have to take control of this. Don't let it control you, like I said over here. Now we have Neptune in retrograde in Pisces, and Neptune rules Pisces. So again, it loves it there, like Mars. Well, Mars pretty much rules Aries, but is in a fire sign, so still, it's not Aries, but it's even better than Aries when you really think about it. Where Aries is like the pioneer, Leo's the one that gets it done, kind of thing. Like take action to get it done. And whereas Scorpio, Sagittarius is like the archer, is like, it's done. We did that. Completion. Like that kind of thing. And so with Neptune being in Pisces, and enjoy it there. It's in his home. Um, my, but it's being in retrograde, so it might be cleaning out certain things, throwing away things that doesn't spark its joy and or happiness. Okay? And it's trusting that whatever it's getting rid of, it knows it doesn't need it, and it can find something better to take up that space and replace it. Right? Even if it's like a pencil, you can find a better pencil. Something with a better eraser, better point, kind of thing. Like you can find better. It's okay. Um, it's not the end all be all. Something new always gonna come. So we have the idealization of and the confusion regarding and sacrifice. So yeah, these people that are trying to stop your growth, trying to slow you down, not help you create anything, trying to control you. It's all because of the power struggle. Like I said over here, they might also be in competition with you, but you don't realize it. Because you thinking, oh, person is my family, this person is my friend, this person is this person is that, when it's just like, it's all to confuse you so you don't become aware of it. So you can continue to do it. That's why I was like, don't let it control you, you control it. But then you can't control another person. So if it's a person, just walk the fuck away, because you can't control a person. Only can control yourself. So gain control of yourself so they can't have control over you. Right? Boom. And we have Saturn, and Saturn is the planet of lessons, also sacrifice, was funny. Lessons, karmic lessons, time as well. So, and it's also in retrograde. So, whereas before we probably was learning a lot of lessons, it's like now it's time for the test to see if we actually learn the lessons and know how to apply them, kind of thing. Then we have the maturity that brings and caution regarding and the limits imposed. Do we have imposed over here? Yeah. The rules imposed by. So this person is trying to impose rules that actually limit you. See, that's where you have to be like cautious of it. But like I said, this person is trying to confuse you, so you don't be cautious of it. You don't be cautious of them or wary of them, so they can continue doing what they want to do in your life. And then Saturn in Pisces is represented by the Eight of Cups in the Tarot deck, but seeing that it's in retrograde, it's the Eight of Cups reversed. So either people that walked away from you trying to walk back into your life, trying to come back, but you already know that it's not gonna end well, or that the cycle is just gonna repeat. Saturn is karmic. Not karmic, it's karma. There's karmic lessons and stuff like that. the cycle is just gonna repeat. Are you gonna start this karmic lesson again, or this karmic cycle over again, or just gonna let it go and realize, like I said up here, it's not for you. It's not for you. Oh, I also have some things written down. So, with Venus in Leo, it becomes more bold, loud with love, and wanting to be the center of attention, wanting to be needed and loved and adored. Not wanting to be needed, but wanting to be loved and adored and stuff like that. And this would be like a weakness and a strength, but wanting to be the center of attention and more prone to being like the dramatic outbursts. Right? So if you're a person of grand gestures, okay, you might get random grand gestures out of nowhere. That's great for you. If you're not that kind of person, yeah, this person might be for all the theatrics. Especially with Neptune being in Pisces, like all the theatrics, okay? But other than that, they become more creative, generous, romantic, charming, more spontaneous, more fun-loving. But on the downside, it could be very dramatic and childish. And seeking validation and stuff like that. Attention seeking, being egotistical. And Mars in Leo gives the opportunity to become a leader, pretty much, right? Take control, like I said before. It gets things done. And then Jupiter in Taurus makes things very more determined and stuff like that. So these people are trying to, like I said with the chariot, trying to stop the chariot from moving, when it can't really do that whatsoever at all. Because if you're balanced and you're ready to go, no matter what's in the way, what just popped in my head is the death card, right? So you know in the death card, he's on the horse, right? He's on the horse, and then you see like a pope or a priest praying, and you see like might be two kids, or like two people just sitting here like praying and like hoping that death doesn't come through the village and stuff like that. It's gonna stop. It's gonna go. Like it doesn't stop it. It continues. That's why even if you paid attention to like my after tarot deck, like the priest dies and the kid died. Like one of the kids died, and the other one's sitting here crying and mourning for his death. Like it's a part of life, that kind of thing. You grow, you learn new things, you grow, and you move on. You learn something, you do better. Now that you know better, you do better, kind of thing. You incorporate it into your life to move on and to make your life more better and smoother and like smooth sailing. But this person is trying to stop you from doing that because they didn't learn it, so you shouldn't learn it, or they don't want you to get ahead of them, and they want to learn it before you learn it, kind of thing. And what I gotta say, it's not meant for them to learn, which is why they will never learn it. Even if they try to learn it, they're not gonna understand it. So then this is why they might try to come back to you, because you already know it. So they want you to do everything for them, and that's not the case, because you're not somebody's mother. You can teach them, you can show them how to do it, but you don't have to do it for them. Like it's not your job to do that. It's not your job. It's not your life. It's not like it wasn't your problem. You didn't do it. No, nothing. So it's like, don't allow them or allow anybody to come back and try to like throw their burdens onto you as if it was your problem or you're the one that did it, when you weren't even there when the thing occurred, right? So Pisces, well, Saturn in Pisces is being like cautious, but we had here, but also like being pessimistic. That's why I said to be positive. Like things might seem very down and very, like I said before, like the world might seem fucked up. You just gotta find your little thing to be like, you know what? We might be doing something. We might have a chance. and might want to do some introspection because Saturn in Pisces is outgrowing or escaping fantasies and seeing reality where might be in between world. You got to pick one. Okay, you're gonna be delusional. Okay, you're gonna be in reality because we can't do both. Okay, we can't do both. Okay, we can't do both. So it's like with this being positive, there's a way of being optimistic but still being realistic about it and realistic about things. And that find that, find that, do that. And Uranus and Taurus is all about facing your fears and making like difficult changes. So the difficult change might be cutting some people off. So it might be some friends, might be some family members, pulling yourself away from certain people, um, leaving certain people, walking away from certain people, saying no, defending yourself, setting boundaries, making new friends. It might be very emotional for you, but you gotta do what you gotta do. So that's pretty much going on right now. So let's see on the top, but this says the higher and the lower. So this is the top of the deck. So we're gonna see what's on the surface. So on the surface, this is from the shapeshifter. So we're gonna see what's changing. So we have find the solution in the unknown places in the darkness. So right now, and see it's 16:7. Right now you might feel like you don't know what the hell is going on, what's happening, why is this happening. But also if they walk out your life, because it's 16 and then 16 over here with with Venus, and I said like there's beauty and art is in the eyes of the beholder, and it looks different for everybody else. These people are just trying to cause you stress in your life. Like I said, with the prayers, y'all have two totally different prayers. Two totally different prayers. You're praying for growth and happiness, and for everyone around you, where they growing for only growth and happiness for them. For them, you see, if they it's one sided on their end, whereas for you, it's for everybody, and that's why it's like you have to take control of your own life and do what's best for you and create and do it in a more effective and direct way, because this person might try to come back in and sabotage it or try to play dumb to confuse you like, oh no, I want to see you happy, I want to see you grow. Oh, I heard of this idea, we should do this, we should do that, when it's really gonna benefit them for you to keep you around kind of thing, because you would either do it for them or it helps them keep an eye on you to continue to keep you stuck and sabotage things in order for you so you won't grow. So we have the little wolf girl with it's all right to be alone. Yeah, like I say, you might be walking away from some people, pulling away from some people, but also say making new friends. So there's that too. And I did say, like, if you don't know what you like, get in touch with yourself. Find new things. Try new things. And it's okay if you don't like it, then, continue finding things. People don't really know what they like or what they want. You will be that one person that do know what they want and know what they need to survive. And then we have little sister, little brother, siblings, younger friends, responsibility. Right? You're realizing what you're responsible for and letting other people be responsible what they're responsible for. 18. So with this, it's a right to be alone tied to 18. It's like that's what you're learning, and you have to be positive about. With the because it's slowing down your maturity and your growth. Because Saturn, you might be very pessimistic, but all this is happening for your growth, so you can take responsibility of your life and the things that you're needed to be responsible for. So like if like later on, let's say you have a kid or stuff like that, know what you already know what your needs are, so you know how to meet somebody else's needs and stuff like that, because you know how to meet your own needs. And it won't be as hard of just starting over from scratch. Like, what if that kid leaves and stuff like that and have a life of his own, and you don't know who you are, and you're just like, oh, I always been a mother, that was part of my identity. Like, you had an identity before you was a mother, and being a mother doesn't just take over your whole identity. It's part of your identity, but not your whole identity, kind of thing. You hold a responsibility to this child, but you're not stopping that child's growth or holding it back, or doing everything for them, because once they get older they will have a responsibility of their own, that kind of thing. Yeah. Then we have bats in the black furry. You can accomplish great things, and it's a 7. You just gotta find a solution, believe and trust that you can. Once you find a solution, believe and trust that you can achieve it. And also, Spirit won't give you, with this, your intuition, they won't give you things that they know you cannot handle. And if you don't know how to do it now, you can learn. They will literally calculate that too, give you the time to learn. And be like, all right, now it seems like you're ready, go, that kind of thing. So that's what I was like, with right now, people might be coming back because it might be the time to say, like, have you actually learned what we have been teaching you, or was it just talk? Now some people might be coming back just to test you. Sometimes, half the time, it might not even be the universe. It's just the person themselves. And it's just like, go about your business. Don't want to say this, but I'll show you whom to trust. You see what I just said? Some people just come back for them to test you them damn self. What number is this? 2. Right? And they know they're not in alignment with you, or they see that you're in alignment, so they're trying to see, like, oh, are you really in alignment? Are you really, doing what you're saying? Or is it all just for show? Is it all just for play? Or can I come in and sabotage this? Right? And then we have once upon a midnight dreamly. Creativity, genius, writing, expression, artistic flow. Oh, I'm about to say we didn't have 4s, but we did. 4s with the cancers. And cancers is all about like I said before, emotions, family, and home and stuff like that. But sometimes you don't feel safe at home. You gotta find and make your own home. Alright, so I have the chakra deck, but it's in the reverse, so they might be the ones that are blocked that you might want to pay more attention to. Alright, so we have with the sacral chakra, so your sacral chakra is down with impasse. So where either you're holding yourself back or you're letting other people hold yourself back. Because the sacral chakra is all about how you feel about yourself. So if you feel like you're ready and you're good to go, you're letting somebody else hold you back. And I did kind of sort of say that. I didn't know they was really going to try to stop the chariot. I just thought they I don't know. But I don't know, but you get it. Then we have with the crown chakra, with intuition or insight. Yeah, they're trying to, yeah. It's with your psychic ability, your psychic knowledge and stuff like that, and your intuition. Spirit gives you the message in a way for you to understand. Well, vice versa. Okay, when it's just me and the message is for me, they will give me a message in a way that I will understand it. So even if I explain it or tell it to somebody else, how I understand it, what I get, you might not get because it was never your message, right? It's like we have our own language going on, right? But when it's time for me to give a message for other people, they explain it to me in a way that that person will also understand. It's like bilingual kind of thing, right? Um, but this person that's trying to stop you don't understand that language. See, my phone just went off. Confirmation. This person don't understand the language that your intuition is speaking to you. But they try to make it seem like they do, but they don't. They don't. And it's all that's the creativity. They're creating a story to try to keep you there, stop you and slow you down. And then we have the purple, which is supposed to be your third eye, which is gratitude. So you don't feel happy for life, you don't feel cherished, you don't feel motivated. Which keeps you stuck and keeps you low. Like I said, this person don't want you to either think highly of yourself or value yourself. They don't want you to move on and move forward because they could be in competition with you, and or if they're in competition with you, right? They don't want you to continue to grow and surpass them because they want to be able to catch up to you, but they would never be able to catch up to you because it wasn't meant for them to catch up to you. Probably, I don't know if it was like to say that y'all can work together, but it's like, oh, the lesson. It was to teach this person that, or to pretty much give them the opportunity to work with you and to be in a position where they can put their pride to the side and I won't say like put the right person in the position, but realize that there's somebody else better suited and better fit for the position, and to take like not take the ideas, but listen to the ideas, incorporate the ideas, work with that person rather than work against them. And that they didn't do that. They did not learn the lesson. I'm gonna tell you right now, they did not learn the lesson. They did not learn they worked against you every chance they fucking got. And that's what I said before. They wanted you to be burnt out so you don't grow and stuff like that. That's what they wish they was praying for. But it just backfired on them because you walking away, you leaving them. So whatever this problem, the situation is not going to get solved. It's not going to get fixed because you were the solution, or you the one that had the solution. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. So we have the Empress and the Hierophant. Okay. Also, I realized the moon here, moon here, moon here, and then this is the moon as well. So there might be something that's hidden that could be coming to light. But with the Empress here, I was explained it with the three. But the Empress, she's all for a queen. She's balanced. She's stable to have high self-confidence. But she's very humble and grounding. She doesn't chase. She attracts. So she's also abundant, fertile. Fertile grounds, fertile land, and stuff like that. Also, if you have an idea, you birthing an idea, that's fertile, stuff like that. So more than many ways to be fertile. And with the Hierophant coming out with the Empress, is you're doing it by the book in a very traditional way that isn't breaking any spiritual laws, isn't hurting nobody. Or to be anything that you should be ungrateful for. it's all going by the book. It's all traditional. It's all up to code and very ethical. But it might be rough. People are mad because they're not a part of it. It's ruffling some feathers. Right? You have the key to move on, and they don't. Right? Nine of Cups. You can move on to see the moon again. You can move on to a very happier place in your life, or a happier moment in your life, where you can communicate with the people that you want to communicate with very effectively. And there's no, even if there is arguing, there's no always have to look over your shoulder thinking like this person has it out for you or trying to use you or anything like that. And even if they are, with the Hierophant being here, because Hierophant's also about healing, with the Hierophant being here, that all gets cleared out. Anybody that's, Three of Swords. Anybody that's in their that's smug in their pride and their ego and stuff like that is getting wiped out because you're balanced. So you're not able to tell other people that's out of balance. But also with the Hierophant here, if your heart was broken, you're healing from heartbreak, and like I said before, you're coming out of that situation, but some people are trying to bring you back to that situation and drag you back to it, and you just like, no, I'm okay, I'm fine, I don't want to go back there, I'm not going to go back there. And with the Seven of Wands, is like you're defending yourself and being more protective of your heart and not just giving your love all willy-nilly to anybody. Just because like I said with the Leo and the Mars, well, Leo and Mars and stuff like that, or Mars and Leo, it's not because they just doing grand gestures and you be like, oh my god, they're sweeping you off your feet and you just in love with it. Like, no, you are finding those people that you can actually communicate with. They listen to you, you listen to them. They can control themselves or have good control over their life and what they need to have responsibility over, and you can do the same. Y'all can come together, y'all can work together, y'all can grow together and stuff like that, rather than this person trying to work against you or control you. Then we have the Son of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles. So those people that's stubborn, see the moon again, the person that, whoever is stubborn to realize this but obsessed with whatever, with the power play, with the pentacle being with the moon, that's secretly obsessed with trying to get things to go their own way and just being stubborn about it, there's gonna, like I said, it's gonna backfire, because by the time they realize this, you'd already moved on. And we have the Father of Cups, then King of Cups. Maybe somebody that's trying to say that they love you, that's trying to, or give a romantic offer, but it's all a lie. Because the Knight of Pentacles and the King of Cups not even looking at, there's animals, but they're not even looking in the same direction. Right now we have the Ten of Cups. Yeah, phone confirmation, because it's all fantasy. You're not seeing through it. The cup that this king's hold is a bunch of fantasies and illusions. They see that you're actually happy and healed from the fantasy that they already told, and then this King of Cups is smug and pride and egotistical that they feel like they can come back in and do it all over again, and you will give in to them, or you will just allow them to pick up where they left off, or to hurt your heart again, break your heart again. But they're in for a rude awakening. It's like they're trying to break your heart, but they gonna get their own heart broken. Because if you're looking that way, they walk to this through the swords. Their heart ends up getting broken. And not saying that makes you happy with the Nine of Cups being it doesn't make you happy, but you get the it's like you have a sense of closure, like and you realize that you healed and you let this go, that you really moved on from this person, you no longer want this person. you outgrew this person, you outgrew this situation. You can let this chapter come to a close and come to an end. And then we have the three witchy sisters, the power of three. Like I said before, they were supposed to be working with you, but they tried to work against you every way that they could. So they probably even collaborated or worked with other people that wanted to stop you. Not realizing that they was really hurting themselves at the end of the day. Because it just made it harder for them to come back. But even if they try to apologize, you know that's a lie. You know it's fake. Then we have Amara, I don't know how to say that, with Aloha Healing. See what I said? You healed your heart. They try to block your intuition, stop you from, block you from realizing or acknowledging the truth, or be able to speak your truth or anything like that. And finding happiness. But that just really slowed them down and connected them to people that are miserable, that don't know how to heal, can't be happy, can't teach them how to heal or be happy, because all they know how to do is make other people miserable. So they could just teach this person how to be more and more miserable. And then we went from 9, and then this is 19. If you add that up, it's a 10. 9 to 10. You release this person, you let this thing come to a close and come to an end, like I just said. Then we have Autumn is my last chance. Please don't lose hope. Told you they're going to try to come back. 6. So to be peace and harmony. But it was never peace. They will never be peace and harmony. Y'all will never be able to work together, collab together, or collab together, because they don't want what you want. They don't want you to be happy. They don't want to see you grow. And even if you do grow, they want to be able to grow more than you. So even if you're doing all the work, of course you will get more. You're supposed to get more money and stuff like that because you're doing more work. They want to be able to get paid for the work that you're doing plus more. And it's like, even if they're just sitting there on their ass all day, and it's like, why? That kind of thing. Like, why do you think that's a thing? And they wanted you to lose hope, but now, like I said before, with the Knight of Pentacles, now they are so determined on slowing you down and stopping your growth that they don't want to lose hope on their whole plan, and realizing that this whole thing is actually over, and it's been over since you healed yourself. Right? So now we have, like, the bottom of the deck, what was underneath the surface, what is being hidden or not really seen, kind of thing. Alright, so we have a dragonly garden with a new world is born. When it's a 9. Oh, Jupiter. Is 9. So there's growth and expansion. Just gotta be positive about it. It might have been 3 people that they was working with. Also, because I'm looking at the eyes. So one person you might know, 2 people you might not know. Or one knows that you know, the other 2 don't know that you know. Because now I realize they got like a triangle head. So one person might know that you know, or the other 2 might still try to pretend and be like they're your friend, so you to confuse you. So you can collab with them and work with them. But with the new world is being born, all that's coming to an end. Cause like I said, you're healing. Either you healed from it or you're healing from it, and that cuts everybody out. And then we have Hedgehog Love with positive, uplifting new friends. Yeah, see what I said? And then again with the 9 and the 10. Like, come on now, what are we talking about? Like, And then we have the mermaid and the turtle. An elder will teach you. See, that's a 7. So somebody like to help you overcome this and heal from this. And it might be slow. Um, you might take your time and stuff like that. But you have everybody's healing process is different. There's no one way to heal something. There's no one way to fix something or overcome something. And there's no one way to start something. And because with the mermaids, there's different kind of mermaids. So some of them, the sirens and stuff like that, they might just try to misguide you to keep you stuck and stuff like that. Where some, on the other flip side, some of them actually wants to help you and see you grow and stuff like that and protect you. So it's all how you look about things, how you see things. But right, because if that was the case with the mermaids and stuff like that, and they all sirens and stuff like that, then we wouldn't have the Little Mermaid. See, so so just don't hear like a rumor and be like, oh, well, this person is that way. Find out for yourself, because somebody could be lying to create a whole bunch of confusion, so you don't. They sacrifice that person and be like, oh, this person is this way, you shouldn't work with them, blackball them, blacklist them, stuff like that to limit them, and you're letting that person win. That's the rule that they wanted, that they imposed. Like, everybody don't talk to this person and walk away from that person because they this way when they was never that way. Okay, so these all came out together. So we have Disciplating and Dependency and Miracles. So Dependency is purple, which is your third eye, like we said earlier. And Dissipating and Miracles is your solar plexus. So it's like you start taking action and I don't say like relying on with the dependency being here, but you start healing and looking and believing and trusting your intuition and taking action on it, and you start to seeing the miracles that are happening. Right, this new world is being born is one. I guess is one of the miracles that's happening. And it's because things start to dissipate. You're not relying on things that you're used to, or you're pulling away from certain people, like I said before, and being alone and spending some time by yourself, and all those codependent relationships and codependent relationships or stressful relationships, all of that, also dissipates and releases, and you start seeing the miracles in your life that you have a reason to be happy and to have gratitude. It was just certain people didn't want you to see that or feel that or acknowledge it. Then we have victim, with the green, which is your hurt. They didn't want you to witness love, feel love, see love. They wanted you to only give love to them and all those other people that they had gathered to pretty much abuse you or take advantage of you. Anybody that will actually love you for you and care and cherish you, and you enjoy them, they enjoy you, they don't want you to have that. But now that you know that, they're going to try to come in and play a victim. Because this victim card ties to a whole other card. Then we have creation. So you can't create. No, you won't have no new ideas. Can't move on, can't move forward. You're just stuck with them. Okay, service. Taking care of them. What did I say? You stuck with them, taking care of them. You have no... Because what else can you do? they stuck, you stuck, let's be stuck together, that kind of thing. And they know if you create whatever you create, you won't be able to care for them or serve them. It will serve other people. So like I said, they're supposed to work with you, and if they had worked with you, you would have stayed around, and then they would have continued growing and flourishing and stuff like that. Things would have become abundant and become fertile, right? Because the fucking Empress, man. And rather than that, they tried to hurt the Empress, break her heart, betray her, feed her a whole bunch of lies and fantasies because they wanted to not ransom, but oh, that did pop. Okay, so Julius Caesar, at some point in time, he got kidnapped, right? And they did that for a ransom. And then Julius Caesar was like, bro, do you know? I think it was Julius Caesar, but either way, he was like, bro, do you know who I am? Like that's too low. Like increase it, they will pay it. Like increase it, that kind of thing. So they wanted to take you, kind of sort of hold you hostage and or trap you, right? Keep you stuck. So if any opportunity comes to you, they have to, like, they want to be like your quote unquote manager, stuff like that. So if anybody wanted to work with you, they have to come to them and make an offer to them. And if that offer wasn't pleasing enough that where they make more money than you make, or they make either the same amount of money you make, even like I said, even though they do it absolutely, it's like they feel victimized in some way, shape, or form, that you're letting them go and that you're not working with them or giving them money. They feel entitled to money that's not theirs, even though they did absolutely nothing, like I said before. So these came out together. So we have the Five of Swords, the Six of Pentacles, and Death. I was talking about that card before. Yeah. So the childish, self-sabotaging, short-sighted thinking of they supposed to give to you and you don't give to them and stuff like that. It's that whole thing is coming to an end. It's over. That's what's being sacrificed. That's what's being closed out. Given to people that don't give to you. This unrequited love situation. And thinking that you're doing a service to other. Be like, oh. Okay. With the victim, okay, there's a couple of things. Some people had fucked up childhoods. Okay? Yes. I can admit that. They had fucked up childhoods. But that does not excuse you from healing and allows you to be a fucked up ass individual. Because if that was the case, then I get to be a fucked up ass individual. And then everybody get to be a fucked up ass individual. You, like, it's not just you. You're not the only one that had fucked up ass parents. It's sad, yes, but we all have to heal from it and move on. Might have been just one parent or both parents, but that doesn't excuse or give you the right to be an asshole. It explains why you're an asshole, but it doesn't give you the right to be an asshole. Okay? Okay. And that's the short-sighted thing that they don't realize. So they might try to come back and give you an excuse. Be like, oh, this happened in my childhood. Or, oh, this happened and that happened. And that's why I was doing this. And this is why I was this way. And da-da-da-da-da-da. It explains it. It doesn't excuse it. And half the times it doesn't even explain it. It's just an excuse. So it's just like, all that's coming to an end. The short-sighted excuses, lies, the sabotage, people that try to get you to self-sabotage yourself, all that is coming to an end. Everybody, all of it. So these came out together. So we have the moon. What did I say? What something's hidden? What did I say? So what's hidden is that this cycle is coming to an end. It's coming to a close, and they being left out in the cold. That's why I said when I said that I was looking into the eyes, one of them knows and sees that this cycle is coming to an end and secretly trying to stop the cycle from coming to a close so they won't be out in the cold and struggling. Right? With this power struggle, yeah. That's why there's a power struggle. Even if you don't realize it or act like notice it, because it wasn't really up here, but underneath, like that's what's really happening. It's a power struggle. You are like you can actually control and lead yourself and manage yourself better than this person is. Even if they in like that position, the position that they're in, you be more suited for. But also with the mermaid, when I went into that little tangent, they secretly wanted you out on the cold struggling. That's the cycle they wanted for you. So they probably was creating lies to sabotage you so people won't give to you. But also, because remember I was saying that the moon, and then we have the pentacle here. Now I looked at the son of pentacles. That's, but what's it, this lose hope? They were secretly determined in doing this. They didn't want to lose hope in that their whole plan was coming to an end. It was coming, and it wasn't working the way that they wanted to work. This was their secret intention the whole time. Then we have the Six of Cups. Probably could think back. With the past, you can think back and reflect. Because at some point, introspection did come on. You might be want to think back and like when did certain things started happening. Probably started happening when either this person came in your life or this person was around. And then we have the Five of Cups and the King of Wands. The Five of Cups is melancholy, sadness, depression. 3 cups down, 2 cups still standing. So they wanted you to feel like all is lost and to feel left out in the cold, struggling. But oh no, because I said the two that they make me try to send or coming back to try to pretend to be your friend. They're gonna pretend like they're struggling. Um, they feel sorry for your like if you struggling, all the things that they put you through, but it's all just an illusion, a play, a trick, pretty much. So you can continue giving to their 3 cups. You don't give to the actual true 2 cups. You feel like all is lost. You don't give to the right thing. So you sabotage yourself by giving to the wrong thing. Right, the Ten of Pentacles and Judgment. Something from your past come back for a time to try to, promise you, make it seem like they won't give you the Ten of Pentacles when they're not. They're not. Because like I said earlier, there's this King of Cups going to try to bring like a romantic offer, like an offer or something that make and feeds you a whole bunch of fantasy to make it seem like it's very long lasting. So you make the decision to give to it, but it's actually sabotage and like I said before, it's a trick and very short sighted because it's not gonna lead to generational wealth or longevity of y'all being happy in any way, shape, or form. This person is happy because they get to sabotage you and stop your growth. And you become dependent on them. They slowly start to take away certain things and deplete you of certain things. And by the time that you realize that this isn't your actual 3 of Cups, there isn't any celebration or any happiness, here, it'll be way too late for you to actually make a decision on your real Ten of Cups. Because you already been struggling, you had been struggling. And it might be hard for you to recover and come back from it, recover from it, and heal from it. They always wanted you out in the cold struggling. And even if they're not around, you could continue to sabotage yourself, thinking that you're not worthy. Thinking that you're not worthy, you can't have happiness, you won't be happy, no, and always be heartbroken and betrayed and depressed. Yep. So now we have, see, the two little witch sisters. Magic, space, cleaning time. Now both their eyes open. You see the little cone heads? You see? Boom. Yeah. Spirit's like, nah, it's time to clean this shit up. Because we close out this cycle. Like, then we had the lady with the brooch egg, ancient wisdom. Because we went from 3 to 4. Like, yeah, it's time. Every time it comes to like clean it up or balance something out, it increases. While this person wanted you to decrease. And then we have the snow angel with the signs are with you already. Yeah. So now I'll use the Oracle of Wisdom and the Moonology deck, and then self-care deck. So how to take care of yourself, the Moonology, because we have the moon out. The moon was out a couple of times, okay? They wanted to hide, another thing that this problem, they wanted to hide the fact that you was this abundant empress or who you really were, because they wasn't able to manipulate you or use you to do the things that they wanted you to do, right? Like I said, well, you have the control and leadership over your life and stuff like that. You're not letting anybody manipulate you or talk you into doing something that's, peer pressure kind of thing. You don't give in to that. And that's why they're even more mad, because you don't mind being by yourself, and you're not following the crowd and stuff like that. And you can't create for yourself. You can think for yourself, express yourself truly for who you are. And see through other people. Because with this 3 witchy sisters, and they went from 2 little witches, they have the same shirt, and then even on here it's the same shirt, but it's tied around this person's neck rather than wearing it the way they're wearing it. They try to make it seem like they was the same as these two when they're actually not. So with the ancient wisdom of loving yourself and caring for yourself and believing in yourself and not letting anybody take control of you or play you or make you their victim and stuff like that, you saw through the signs and was able to see it through this person. Their tricks, their ploys, their illusions that they're trying to create, and heal from it. And if they had promised these people something, all of that is now being cleansed and wiped away, like I said. But these witches sisters, their eyes was closed before, but now that their eyes are open, they see that this person kept going even when there was no hope. So now they have to explain why and the reason why they kept going, even when there was proof that it wasn't going to work out, or things show that it wasn't gonna work out, and then they have to come clean and say like the whole reason why they had this whole problem with you, the reason why they started this, and the reasons were very selfish and egotistical. So we have TikTok. Yeah, because with judgment, it's time. Also, with the world coming out, then judgment, they wanted you to go backwards. If you already closed out this cycle, they want you to go back and think about that. Okay. Start the cycle back over and think that it's going to lead to the Ten of Pentacles when it's not. See? New life. It's not. Continue with your new life. Continue moving forward. Because even in like a twin flame situation, this wouldn't be how it reads. This person is not your twin flame, nor is their soulmate. It's literally just a karmic. Literally. Then we have building blocks. They see that you're building something, you moving on, you moving forward with the Seven of Wands. You have the high ground. You defending yourself. You're protecting yourself. And you're leaving them out of your new life that you're building for yourself. And they want to come in and see if they can sabotage it or slow you down. Stop you. Can they get in there with you? Kind of thing. See? They will make it seem like proposed. They will seem like they will do whatever they got to do to make it to get around you, to make it seem like they belong there when they know that they don't. But they want to confuse you to the point that you think that they really belong there. So by the time that it comes out that they don't belong there, you be all heartbroken, but you already been sabotaged and betrayed enough, so you don't really, all the building blocks, you can't really get to where you want to get to, or it takes you longer to get to where you want to get to. Okay. So now we have emotions are running high. Yeah, because almost all the water signs is out here. We have Cancer, we have Scorpio, we have Pisces, all the water signs out here. So that's why it's important to get in touch with your feelings, but also realize that your feelings, and everybody doesn't have to, other people don't have to validate your feelings. Only you need to validate your feelings. Your feelings matter to you. Right? With this victim here. And this lady with this brooch egg. So they really try to hurt you. They really try to break you. You want them to validate your feelings? You think they care? They don't. Which is why they're not going to validate it. Because if they validate it, they have to show they have and hold responsibility for the shit that they did. They don't want to do that. They don't want to be held accountable. I'm pretty sure they don't even know how to hold themselves accountable for shit. So you have to hold yourself accountable. Be like, you know what? You hurt my feelings. But I allowed you to hurt my feelings because I allowed you access to me. If I never allowed you access to me, you would never been able to hurt my feelings this way. But trust and believe, you won't have access to me again to be able to hurt my feelings. You're taking control of your emotions and protecting yourself. Especially if I've been going back and forth about the same thing like 3 or more times. You just like, alright, I'll do it myself. Like that kind of thing. Then we have a win-win outcome is in the forecast. And then walking away from this person is art, is beauty. There's charm. They might see it as destruction. You see it as joy, happiness, and peace. Beauty's in the eye of the beholder. Okay? But win-win is on your side. You winning. They losing. Okay? Don't. You stay, you will lose too. Okay? They trying to join the winning team. You're the winning team. It's not their team. Okay? So we have surrender to the divine. Just turn it over. Okay? Just leave it to them. Give it to them. They got this. They see more than you can see. And then we have take a time out to breathe. Right? Because this person trying to stress you out. Also, that's why it could be saying to sleep, because this person trying to burn you out. Oh, another thing, if it's a job situation, they're trying to burn you out. One video I saw is the reason why they won't, well, it was a video, okay? But in the video, it was saying the reason why they wouldn't promote somebody is because it will cost them too much money. And then she was like, what do you mean? She was doing the job of, like, the job that would take 3 people. So if she gets promoted, they will have to get 3 people to replace her. But she's not getting paid those 3 people's salary. You feel me? She's still getting paid the salary of that one person, even though she's doing the work of 3 people. Take a time out to breathe, relax, sleep. Do your job and what's your responsibility, and leave the rest for other people. If it's not your job, it's not your concern, why are you worried about it? Oh, management came to me and said this isn't the third. Okay, they came to you. They ain't come to me. If it had something to do with me, they would have came to me. Like that. That kind of thing. Like, they, sometimes they just pass their work down to other people so they can continue to sit and do nothing when it's actually their work. So, take a time out, breathe. What's in the job description? Like, it's just, if it's not in the job description, why are you doing it? That's not what you was hired to do. Okay? Alright. Then we have balance your spirituality and your practicality. Right? The full moon in Pisces. So, that reality and delusion. Which one are we living in? Because delusion and fantasy, that's not a great place. That's not a great place to be. And then we have confidence is the key to success, which is what they're trying to stop you from having. So you won't be successful because you're too burnt out. And then we have don't let your past hold you back. See, with the 6 of Cups, that's what they wanted. You can hold on to the past, hold on to whatever this is. You can hold grudges, build yourself. That building blocks, you build up walls, don't let nobody in. You shut everybody out. And it's like, no, you're actually healed. You moved on from this person. You realized you weren't the problem. This person had many problems that you either wasn't aware of. Even if you knew some, you didn't know all of them. And now that the little bit that you do know, you're just like, you never want this person back in your life ever again. But yet they want you back in their life, though, because you was the shit. It's like once you heal from certain situation or heal yourself, you start to realize certain people that are always trying to come back to you and be in your energy or try to befriend you again. You probably like, oh, you think it's a reconciliation when it's like, no. They always knew you was the shit. You was always just destined for great things. And they say that you're about to accomplish those great things, so you're trying to, go on the boat so they don't get left behind. Not that they really wanted to reconcile with you. They feel sorry for what they did and stuff like that. They would do the shit again. They don't give no fucks. No fucks. If they had the chance, they would do the shit again. So that's what's like, don't let the past hold you back. Don't be loyal to this person and the history that you had with this person that it holds you back from the success you can have in the future. That you betray yourself. That's what they want. That self-sabotage, even when they're not around. Even if they come back, you sabotage, you go against your intuition and your belief and take them back. Don't do that. See, expect a powerful change. Don't do that. Don't do it. Okay, don't do it. Don't take this person back because you can't even trust them. Don't do it. And then, so self-care, we have pleasure. Be yourself. Okay. If it's horned, like your hormones doing all this, you just rubbing out. Post nut clarity. Okay. Like you. Okay. Get yourself right. Okay. And then also, because I did say that if you don't know what you like, if you have in sex ed, one girl she didn't know what she liked, so she was pretending and stuff like that. So the person that she was with, that's like is a pleaser and stuff like that. He gets pleasure off of pleasing the person he's with. He know that he wasn't pleasing her, so he wasn't really enjoying it. She wasn't really enjoying it. So, but when, so she had to like figure out what does she what turns her on and stuff like that, and that then helped him and what to do and stuff like that. So, and then pleasure can be a lot of different things. Also, didn't I say something about guilty pleasures? So if you might be rubbing one out more often, or if you have like little fantasies and stuff like that, you might be fantasizing a lot. Might want to watch out. Okay, don't watch out. Okay, with the obsession, watch out. Okay, you control it. Don't let it control you. Okay. Could you control your mind? Don't let your mind control you. You control your emotions. Don't let your emotions control you. You control your body. Okay. Don't you let that thing control you. Okay. You control it. Don't let it control you. Then we have plan a vacation. And then we have spend time with animals. And then the Empress, she's always in a field. But also the Queen of Pentacles is always in a field, but like with rabbits and stuff like that. But in this, a new world is being created. Is also surrounded by animals and stuff like that. So it's cool. Also, if animals just naturally likes you and stuff like that, they don't attack you or nothing. They just naturally come to you. Don't worry about your characteristics. Animals won't they won't just naturally come to you or go to you if you was a terrible person. Okay? Now, if they have, like, dogs is always barking at them and growling at them and stuff like that. There's a reason. There's a reason that animal don't like that person. Okay? Then we have massage. We have clear your space, clean your space, sage it out, you know. Then we have create art, meditate, and then connect with ancestors. But yeah, with the massage, I can also go with this pleasure. They might, you might rather be massaged or them being massaged. I don't know. You figure out you figure it out. But with the blockages, you know that like I said, always being on guard and fighting and stuff like that. It weighs on your bodies, but also cause a lot of blockages in your bodies. If your your shoulders could be tense and you don't realize that you're tensing your shoulders or putting a lot of weight on your shoulders and stuff like that. But if you massage it out, you will see the difference, kind of thing. But also because her hand by her stomach, cortisol, the stress hormone, forgot the name. That's love handles. It automatically goes to that. So you might want to stop stressing out if you don't want love handles. But there's also exercise to reduce that. Your foot could also tie to organs, and you can massage them, and let's say it's like your stomach and stuff like that. There's certain parts of your foot that ties to your stomach and vice versa. And I'm not sure about the hands, but hands are important with this, carpal tunnel. Don't want to get that. But with this clearing your space and then the magic cleaning, like if this person gave you something, you might want to get rid of it. Or sage it out, cleanse it out, whatever you gotta do with it, but you gotta do something, right? This person was in your house, sage out your house, frankincense, you do you, whatever you gotta do to clear it out, cleanse it out, rearrange some things, you do, whatever you gotta do. If you want to draw something, you could draw, get your creativity out. Or even if you just draw blindly and then after the situation is done, then you look at it and be like, this is, spirit's trying to help you. Like, this is what's happening. Right? But also, like we were talking about art before and beauty, you have to see the art in saying goodbye and the art of walking away from certain people, especially people that's not meant for you. If they was meant for you, you're not walking away from them. You're not saying goodbye, and they won't kind of keep you stuck or hinder you from moving on and moving forward. They might caution you to protect you and stuff like that, but they wouldn't create obstacles to slow you down. But yeah, that's all that I'm seeing for this reading. If you feel like this reading resonated with you or helped you in any way, shape, or form, then I'm glad. Other than that, please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.